For which countries is Xero available? Xero is available wherever in the world you are. You can customize the sales tax requirements for your country. If you are in United States, New Zealand, Australia or the United Kingdom, you will have your own location specific version using local taxes rates or rates you create yourself. Xero also supports multiple currencies. Does Xero have payroll support? Xero has a pay run feature that lets you create template payslips to use each pay run period. We also have a number of third-party providers integrating with us to provide payroll and other services. Does Xero offer job costing? Xero presently does not provide job costing management or timesheet modules. However, we do integrate with globally available solution providers. Does Xero have customer support and what is the cost? Xero provides this online help center which contains a detailed online user guide. The cost is included within your monthly subscription. At any time you can contact our Xero support team for free by email with any questions or suggestions. Read the accounting behind Xero as it explains our system and principles and our Xero tips page, or attend one of our few free weekly webinars. Does Xero support department codes or cost centers? Yes, in Xero it is called tracking. Use tracking for divisional reporting, coding to multiple departments or cost centers, and for keeping your chart of accounts as small as possible. Can I resell your products? We do not run a resell program. However, we are building a community certified partners. View the list of accounting partners in our website or email us. What are the upfront costs of joining Xero? There are no upfront setup costs to joining Xero using Xero. You simply need to select the appropriate pricing plan and go for it. Also, there is no obligation period for using Xero once you have signed up. However, for those that would like assistance to set up accounts such as chart of accounts, opening balances and more, we have a network of Xero partners who can perform this, from entry-level bookkeeping to chartered accountants. Do I still need an accountant, and are there any that are Xero experts? A core Xero principle is to automate and improve a lot of mundane data entry tasks and ensure that you as the business owner are empowered with control of your finances by providing you with greater ease and control over the preparation of your own accounts. Your time spent with your accountant can be for solid financial advice instead of tidying up your books. Can Xero staff see my bank balance and other financial information? No. All of your bank account information and accounting data is secure and cannot be viewed by any employee of Xero. If you need any assistance with Xero account, you can temporarily invite Xero support to assist, and you can revoke their access. Can I cancel my trial or subscription? Yes, if you are the subscriber of an organization. Can I change my email address? Yes, you can change the email address you are to log to Xero while you are logged in. How do I change my organization's subscribers? You can only change the organization's subscribers if you are the current subscriber. How do I use a foreign currency or different exchange rates? Only some of Xero's pricing plans have multi-currencies. You can add the currencies and rates if you want to enter your own from the general settings. How long does my data stay in Xero? If you want to stop using Xero, you can do this anytime. There is no obligatory or contractual period. You will be billed up until the day you remove your organization. In the future, we expect to provide customers with a storage or archival service at a greatly reduced monthly fee. This will likely provide you read-only access to the existing organizations, meaning that you may not have to get your data out of Xero. Contact us if you'd like to discuss this service. In the meantime, there are a series of reports and other data you can export in order to obtain your own copy. Can I retrieve my data if I decide to stop using Xero? You can export data of Xero before your subscription lapses or before you delete or cancel your plan. Do you provide other template chart of accounts? The Xero default chart of accounts are fully customizable, so you can edit them as much or as little as you like. You should work with your accountant or bookkeeper to create a set that is right for your business. Can I enter budgets or historical comparative information? Yes. Xero allows you to enter a budget and report against it, and also historical comparative figures from periods before you started using Xero. How do I get my banking account balances into Xero? Add your bank accounts and their balances when setting up your organization in Xero. You can also leave the balances blank and enter them via settings. General settings, conversion balances at a later date. However, some of your reporting may not be accurate until you have entered them. What time will my bank feeds arrive? Most partner banks push their feeds to us between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. To find the time you can expect your feed to arrive, if you think your bank feed is late, we can have a status page for your partner bank feeds that you can check anytime. If you have set up a Yodel feed, Yodlee regularly and automatically access your online banking site, overnight downloading any new statement data of your nominate accounts. Yodlee then transfers this data securely into Xero. How do I set up and get payment from PayPal? You need a PayPal account. Enter your PayPal user email address as a part of your branding theme in Xero, and a Pay Online link will appear on all approved customer invoices. Your customer can follow this link and connect with your PayPal account. You can import the PayPal payments into Xero or get your PayPal payments automatically imported to reconcile them against invoices. Why aren't my PayPal transactions appearing in Xero? There are a couple of things to check if you think your PayPal isn't working or transactions are missing. Check the PayPal side of the setup. Check the transactions in PayPal the feed will include. Do I need to edit the CSV file from a bank before importing? This really depends on your bank and their format for exporting CSV data. At least the very first time you download a CSV from your bank, you should review it just to make sure you know how it's formatted. Things like regional computer settings, multiple header rows, and negative and positive amounts appearing at different columns are the most likely things to cause problems when importing. Why do my statement balances and balances in Xero does not match? Xero calculates both these figures, the balance in Xero being the balance of all transactions entered into this bank account in Xero, and the statement balance being the balance of all important bank statements, either imported manually by you or automatically as a part of Xero's bank feeds process. There are a few things you can do to work out why these two balances don't match or why they are different to your online bank balance. Can I allocate multiple Xero transactions to statement lines from bank reconciliation? Yes, if downloaded bank statement account on the left of the bank's rec screen is for several transactions, it won't automatically match with OK button. Simply choose the Find and Match link in the right side of the bank rec screen, and all scrolls of search through the list of transactions and payment displayed, checking the boxes of the ones you want to match to the downloaded amount. Can I process part payments for customer invoices? Yes, you can do this by apply the payment received directly into the invoice, then match this to the download statement, line or record the part payment received at the time you do your bank reconciliation by splitting the invoice payment due to the payment received and amount remaining. How do I reconcile transfers between bank accounts? You need both bank accounts set up in Xero. If you have entered the transfer in one bank account in Xero, it will automatically appear in another account in Xero as well. Download statements in both accounts and reconcile the matched amounts as normal. If you have not entered the transfer in Xero already and have downloaded a transfer amount, click the Transfer tab on the right of the bank reconciliation screen to show which other account in Xero the transfer is going to, and click OK to reconcile the amount in the current account. You will need to go to the other account in Xero and download a statement for the account to reconcile the other side of the transfer. How do I delete transactions? It depends on the type of transactions, the status of transactions, and your Your role sometimes you can delete, other times you have to avoid or credit if a journal entry has already been created. Can I set up my invoices so that they look like they have come from my accounts department? Yes, you can. You can specify the from name and reply to email address on email send your contacts. Can I change an invoice or bill once it has been approved? Yes, you can edit an approved invoice or bill provided it has not been paid, and you can still find it awaiting payment tab. If you need to make any significant changes to a sales invoice that has already been sent, it might be better to credit the invoice rather than editing it or voiding it. If in doubt, check whether your accountant or bookkeeper. For more information on credit notes in Xero, please see our credit notes help. How does tax display in the invoice my customer gets? Selecting the tax exclusive or tax inclusive from the amounts are drop down when you create an invoice determines whether Xero includes the tax in the total amount or adds to the subtotal. However, your choice has to be bearing how your invoice appears to your customer's invoice. This is determined by whether you have chosen to show taxes as tax elusive or tax inclusive in branding theme. Can Xero generate repeating sales invoices or bills? Yes, sales invoices or bills can be set automatically to repeat according to frequency schedule you set days, weeks, or months. How does sales tax work in Xero? Each transaction or journal entered in Xero has a tax treatment. Whether sales tax is present on the item, and if so, if it's calculated as inclusive or exclusive, and a tax rate, that is the sales tax percentage on that line item. All sales tax is run through the account in Xero, and tax amounts calculated for a period are carried through to your sales tax summary report. What if I use my business credit card to purchase a personalized item? Xero can comprehensively manage you and your staff expenses claims so that personal expenditure on behalf of the business can be reimbursed. You can also process personal spending that you have used business funds for. Can I enter receipts in other currencies to an expense claim? No, not at this time. You need to enter the amount into the receipt that you actually spent out of your bank account, which may include currency conversion rates of credit card transaction fees in your base currency so that you are correctly reimbursed for what you actually spent. You can use the notes field to enter the foreign currency amount, exchange rates, and fees. How do I export data to my accountant? With Xero, there is no need to export data, as Xero is a web-based. All you need is to invite your accountant into Xero. However, you can export your reports to Excel, PDF, and Google Docs and all general ledger transactions. Xero enables unlimited invited users to log in and view your information at any time. As a subscriber, you control who has access to your information. How do I do a year and end in Xero? The balances of retained earnings and current year earnings are calculated on the fly, so no journals are posted. Xero retains all historical data, so you can always run reports for any date as opposed to keeping historic accounting balances only. This also allows any report, including aged reports, bank reconciliations, profits and loss balances, to be run as at any date. Xero allows any period to be locked to prevent standard users from posting data to the period. There is no need to do a specific year end or roll-up journal. Invite your accountant or bookkeeper into your organization to help or complete year-end activities. What happens if two users are editing at the same time? Xero allows concurrent or multiple users. Any number of users can be logged into your organization at the same time and working on the same thing. Whoever saves last will have the changes retained. There is no concept of locking a transaction in Xero. Am I a subscriber or an invited user? If you set up your Xero subscription or have had the subscriber role transferred to you, you are the subscriber. If your advisor, such as accountant, bookkeeper, set it up for you, then you are an invited user. You can check this in your My Xero screen. What can I do if I am a subscriber? You control who has the access to the organization, and you can change what invited users can do in Xero. What can I do if I am an invited user? You have an access to an organization at the invitation of the subscriber, who may change what access rights you have and what you can do in Xero. Does Xero own my data? No. You own your data. However, the subscriber controls access to data which is dependent on full payment of Xero invoices. If my organization is in Xero, why don't I control access to that organization? There can only be one subscription to the Xero software for an organization. This is held by the subscriber of that organization. What if there's a dispute over access to Xero? In the event of a dispute, your action should always be to refer to the terms of agreement in place between you and other parties involved. In relation to a Xero subscription, any rights that you have will depend on whether you are a subscriber or an invited user. The subscriber has the ability to decide what level of access an invited user has to the subscription. If you are an invited user, then your subscriber control access to the Xero subscription. Xero is unable to change user access unless it is authorized by the subscriber to do so. If you require the Xero subscription to be transferred, you will have to reach a resolution with your subscriber and get them to consent to the transfer of your subscription. Xero is not a position to decide on legitimacy of either party's claims in a dispute. If the parties are unable to resolve the dispute between themselves, then they may need to resolve the dispute using some form of dispute resolution mechanism, such as mediation or arbitration. If your advisor is a member of a professional body, then this body can help you or resolve disputes with its members. Why do Xero's features and pricing vary between regions? The main reasons our prices vary between regions is the different features we provide needing different levels of investment. This is unlike selling identical products such as books or CDs for different prices in different countries.